Whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart.
That's worrying.
Yes, Father tells us the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's given up having a watch.
God damn it, Susato. I'm taking apart all my watches.
You know what, sweetheart? I don't regret going to England for the first 6 years of your life.
Honestly, the reason why I left is because you kept taking apart my damn watches. I had to get out of that house.
I'm pretty sure she was like just bored with that happened, so I don't think.
Honestly, Susato, the reason that I was gone for so long is because I really did go out for milk and cigarettes, but because you took apart my damn watch, I couldn't keep track of how much time had been passed.
Fen the Artsy Envy says, possibibble. Who gives a shit? Oh.
Ah, the knight errant himself.
Oh. Have you been watching from the gallery, Mr. Shums?
I've been on the edge of my seat the entire time. Courtroom trials are fascinating affairs, as a spectator at least.
I'm glad you've been enjoying yourself.
I don't think I was even referenced to that entire section of the court.
Who are you?
I have to ask, am I still relevant?
No, like every time the defendant stops being relevant halfway through.
Yeah.
As we go on a weird tangent of weird nonsense.
What on earth is going on? It makes no sense. What's this professor business all about? He doesn't look like any professor I've ever met before. Who even is he? Where's his ridiculous afro and white coat?
Of course. You were in Germany already 10 years ago.
Yes, the professor. When I discovered he was the one who had been abducted, a sense of foreboding stirred within me. But who knew the monster would come knocking at your door? My heartfelt sympathies.
As it turns out, Lord Van Zeeks is even more intimately tied to this case than any of us realized, isn't he?
Yes, how true. His great friend from university in the dock.
And now, a waxwork of the killer who took his esteemed brother's life makes an appearance too. I imagine even the shrewd Mr. Reaper failed to foresee that kick in the teeth. An extraordinary move on your part, my dear fellow, to throw that in front of the man.
You make it sound deliberate.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell. Wink, wink.
I can't help feeling that this professor case is really very puzzling.
Oh, yes. In what particular manner?
Well, there's Mr. Drebber, Dr. Scythe, and Lord Van Zeeks. It seems that everybody in the trial has a link to the case somehow. And that will never happen again, in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, in fact, I, alone, am not a member of the set. So I can go home now, right? Though, that leaves me as an empty set, all alone, with no intersection to any other. Excuse me.
Oh, shit. Dr. Scythe!
Ah, Dr. Courtney Scythe. Nay, Stevens. Good day to you.
Nay, Stevens is like a way to be like formerly Stevens?
Formerly?
Yeah,
Stevens?
NEE is how you can that's how you can put someone's maiden name
I've
after
never
their name.
heard that. That's cool.
Yeah, I haven't.
I only know it because it was the answer to a crossword puzzle I was doing a little bit ago, and I had to look it up.
Ah.
Interesting.
The only reason I know it means, NEE. Oh, it means, okay, well, thank you.
Born in
King Huron
French.
and Twin AJ means born in
Oh,
French.
so born that
Already
name.
talked, and
Wait,
everyone
French
else is
people
saying,
are
thank
born?
You, thank you to all of you.
Crackle X said Sholmes is calling Courtney Knee-chan.
Nichan.
Nichan. Hello, Sholmes. That was very shrewd of you.
What in particular, pray?
You requested that 10-year-old autopsy report from Gregson, didn't you?
Why would you assume such a thing?
Because Gregson told me.
Her eyes right here are like very this whole pose is like very. Oh God.
To think it's been 10 years. 10 years in the laboratory, wielding my scalpel. I smell of nothing but corpses and disinfectant.
A policeman on the jury had a lot to say about you, as it happens, Dr. Scythe. And I've accused you of being complicit in what happened. I'm hoping that you'll take the stand and tell the truth about what really happened.
That certainly won't be possible. Lord Van Zieks won't be summoning me as a witness.
I'm a villain, but that fact's probably gonna have to wait for a case or two to come out.
Lord Strongheart.
I'm too recently introduced to be exposed as a bad guy just yet, even though it may be heavily implied.
Lord Strongheart.
I mean, you've barely gotten to meet my daughter.
Lord Strongheart.
I've got to stick around.
God damn it, Bridge!
No, I'm going to keep
That was incredible.
I'm going to keep interrupting you for the rest of the stream.
I'm not reading the line again.
I'm done, promise.
Nope. Chat, you're gonna have to live with that reading.
Please, Wes.
Nope. I said it, and it's done.
Chat, you just gotta imagine said Lord Strongheart's forbidden it. Lord Strongheart?
The Pandora's box you were warned about is the Professor case. But please, don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me. But attempting to hide from the truth, that's cowardice! I've always fought crime in the way that I see fit. I have no regrets. None at all. And that's all I came here to say. So, good day to you.
She mentioned it too. This Pandora's box.
Whatever does it all mean?
Who's Pandora? And did she lose her box?
There's really no cause for concern. I assure you, when the trial resumes, the meaning will become all too apparent, whether you'd like it to or not.
Huh?
Now then, I believe it's almost time. I must make my way back to the public gallery. The edge of my seat awaits.
I think maybe
His
you're...
ticket got him the whole seat, but he only needs the average.
I think maybe you're enjoying yourself a little too much.
Ah, yes, one word of warning before I go. If, in the course of the trial this afternoon, you perceive even a shadow of doubt about the truth, don't let it out of your sight. Pursue it like a dog with a bone.
Bark, bark.
To the bitter end, you understand. Do not falter, whatever may come to pass.
All right. I understand.
Good. I shall make myself scarce then. I purchased a bar of caramel earlier, so I shall be gnawing on that as you gnaw away at the truth.
Hold the phone. Now give the phone to me. If we enhance on this bar of caramel, it clearly says Sholmes' caramel.
Does that mean that he has his own brand? Is he also like Willy Wonka?
And he's not... He has to pay for this? What's going on?
It looks like it. It looks like it.
Yeah, Yeah. People. Yeah. Okay. He said he made it himself in the last game. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
but then why did he buy it?
Interesting.
The plot thickens.
What did that warning from Mr. Sholmes really mean, I wonder? Especially the bit about whatever may come to pass. It's time for the final chapter now.
No, it's not.
There's
we
still
have
two more
cases.
I'm determined to find the truth, no matter what.
Stop blowing your wad before it's time, game.
Yeah, we'll start the next case's investigation sequence, and we'll be like, "This is the final trial," and it's like, "No, it's not. Stop. It's not even the first day of the penultimate trial."
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready and able to continue?
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
Yes, my lord. The defense is also ready.
As the court is aware, the case under our scrutiny began with a damaging incident at the Great Exhibition. Yet we now find ourselves embroiled in the details of a convicted felon who was sent to the gallows a decade ago. This trial has certainly defied all expectation.
As seems to be the fate of all trials in which this Nipponese is involved, my lord.
I mean, hey, A, do a better job. B, sorry I'm not letting guilty, innocent people get thrown in jail.
Yeah, I'm doing my job, bro.
And 3, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, and 3, I'm not actually sorry in the slightest. Suck it.
So then, let us begin our exploration of the defense's assertion that the waxwork was cardinally involved in this matter. Lord Van Zieks?
My lord.
Are we still awaiting the arrival of Madame Tusspells?
Not at all. She is in the antechamber as we speak, and ready to be summoned.
Very well. Bring in the witness.
At once, my lord. Bailiff, show Madame Tusspells to the stand.
Things are about to become a lot more intense. If Drebber is responsible, as I'm sure he is, it means he must have had an accomplice in Dr. Scythe.
Chunosuke was doing the Michael Jackson lean there.
He was. It was good.
And what connects the pair of them is the waxwork.
Yes, the model of the professor. That's the key to the link between these otherwise unrelated individuals. It's a tenuous link, admittedly, but at present, it's all we have to go on. That's funny.
That's very good.
I like that.
State your name and occupation for the court, please.
As you can see, I give great head. My name is Madame Esmeralda Tusspells. I am a waxwork artisan. And the proprietress of the Madame Tusspells Museum of Waxwork. You will have to pardon me for working as I testify. My new exhibit must open very soon.
Oh, so he finally gets a statue, does he? Now there are 2 of them in the world.
Oh my! What expression is she carving onto that face?
Susato, please.
A number of days ago, a particular waxwork model was stolen from your museum. Can you confirm this?
Oui, that is true. At first, we believed it had been kidnapped.
A waxwork model? Kidnapped? Someone call the police!
Yes, my lord. There was a demand for ransom money left behind by the culprit. However, according to what I have just been told outside the courtroom, that was not the true reason. I understand it was utilized as a substitute for the body of a murder victim.
At present, that is no more than conjecture proposed by the defense. This is the victim of the case in question, Mr. Ode Assman.
But of course, I know him well. He is a part of my odious personages exhibit. I detest to say what is evident, but Mr. Assman does not resemble the professor at all.
Yes, but perhaps their faces are very similar.
Are you suggesting that we should now demask? What? Are you suggesting that
We should see.
see now? Are you suggesting that we should see now the demasked visage of the professor? I have here the key, but it is strictly forbidden to open the lock.
What?
This is absurd.
Pardon?
I don't know what face you've carved onto your fancy figure beneath the mask. But clearly, it won't be that of the actual killer.
Why is that? Because it was me. Damn it, got me again.
Indeed. The man's identity was never made public after all.
The trial took place in a closed court. The proceedings were strictly confidential. The condemned man was summarily executed. His identity remains a closely guarded national secret. There is no possible way that a repository of tawdry exhibits could get its hands on that information.
Oh, you fucked up now.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
I think this is Quel Dommage. Is that it?
Omelette,
Quel
quel
dommage.
dommage.
Dommage. It would seem you are unaware of the Tusspells' principles.
What principles?
The family Tusspells has always prided itself on sculpting its models à la perfection. Every detail, including the visage, is fashioned with complete fidelity. Et voilà, our principles. There is a well-known legend about the Tusspells' waxworks from the time of the French Revolution. A member of the Tusspells family is said to have made a waxwork of the queen who was executed. Oui, that is true. It was a century ago now.
Oh. I get
wait.
it. I
think I get it too.
Do we want to say?
Yeah. Let's put our theories out
Okay.
there.
I mean, it seems highly likely that Drebber is working with Tusspells because his waxwork is at the graveyard with a shovel, digging up the body so that
she
they
could make the waxwork
see the
figure.
face.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yup. You're not that clever, video game. You need to be a little bit more clever to get one.
You gotta
over
get up
on the
pretty
save
early
data
then.
team.
I believe the Queen's face was carved in the minutes following her death, actually at the guillotine site. You are correct. The model is on display still today in the House of Horrors. We Tusspells will stop at nothing to obtain the faithful replica of our subjects.
Dear me, a somewhat disturbing tenacity of purpose.
Now, my question then is, are we to understand that on the actual display that people could pay to go see, it did not have
There
the
was
mask originally, or did it then?
No, I think it's always had the mask on.
Okay.
And it is not allowed to be taken off.
Okay, cool.
Dear me, a somewhat disturbing tenacity of purpose.
It is the only way to obtain a truly lifelike representation of the subject.
Just Google what they look like, Madame Tusspells. It's that easy.
Yeah,
You don't need to
Google
go around digging
exists.
up. You don't need to go around digging up corpses. Just Google.
And it has been my family's secret for generations.
Do you mean to say that beneath that mask?
Is the rebel spirit his persona?
Oui, the true visage of the killer is there.
This is ludicrous. It's out of the question.
The professor spread terror throughout Great Britain. As a result, the Madame Tusspells special exhibit remains extremely popular even today. The killer emerging from his own grave. It is a sight to behold. You should come.
I think, Madame, it would be beneficial to hear your formal testimony on this matter. You will explain every detail of this macabre model and your personal involvement in its creation.
With pleasure.
I mean, shit, Van Zieks probably has to really fucking want to see what this dude's face looks like now.
Well, I mean, was he not at the trial where he would have found it out, or do they say his face was shown at the trial?
I don't think Van Zieks was the prosecutor.
No, I don't think Van Zieks knows who.
I mean, I don't think
he
he was the prosecutor, but do you not think he would have been there for the trial of the person who killed his brother, no matter what?
I don't think he was there.
I think it was too closed doors even for him.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm operating under the assumption that Van Zieks doesn't know who the professor is.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I mean, it would make what he's saying more reasonable.
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors is based on a rumor that shocked society in London. An impression of the visage was taken directly from the corpse, in accordance with Tusspells' family principles. I enlisted the aid of the gravedigger and created a mold for the head of the cemetery just before the interment. I hid myself until he gave me a signal. I was there for a very long time that night. As dawn approached, I was very worried that I could be discovered.
Oh yeah, so by the way, is anybody gonna arrest her for, like, defacing a body, or...
Yeah, the gravedigger? The man sanctioned this?
Grave digger, will you dig my grave?
Is he digging your graves?
Oui, I will do all that is necessary to achieve the true resemblance my family is celebrated for. Nobody else knew, only the gravedigger. What harm did it do, huh?
Well, now we all know, so...
Oh, shit. Oh, merde.
Melodici in the chat says, God forbid women do anything. That's really good.
So you truly saw it. The face of that monster.
Naturally. I was aware at the time that his identity was a secret. But Tusspells would not be Tusspells if we did not insist on absolute fidelity to our sculptures.
I don't believe this.
I myself have seen the special exhibit at your museum, Madame.
God damn it. Once again, Tomoko Joestar in the chat said, I hate the French creepy wax statue in this case, and it got flagged by Automod. That's incredible. God damn it. Bringing it back. Bringing it back, chat. Listen, we're not actually not Franco-phobes here.
Well, I don't know about you. I'm a Francophobe. I am scared of people named Frank. So.
That's fair.
It's reasonable.
A truly blood-curdling scene in which the murderer is emerging from his own grave.
The scene it depicts was the subject of many rumors in London 10 years ago. I have here a newspaper from the time.
Oh,
Whoa.
jeez. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good picture.
Yeah.
The special exhibit was based upon this picture in the article. It was the most detailed account of what happened, as reported by the eyewitness who saw it.
Oh shit. One of the things in the middle says Charles Darwin to receive something medal.
Oh,
That's cool.
Cool.
Also,
was that?
also the one next to it says Mad Sheep Rampage.
Also, the one to the right of it says
The Great Stink. News is
What the
incredible.
Great Stink.
What a good. Also, the bottom right, Krakatoa eruption.
Listen.
SpongeBob fans.
The Great Stink is what happens when I eat Taco Bell.
So I didn't know that they were writing about that back in the early 19th century, or the 18th century, or 20th century.
That's really good. Okay, the 10-year-old article has been entered into court record. Oh shit! Wait, can we look at that thing again?
Yeah.
Are you gonna point out the one with the Great Blaze?
Nope. Look at who the picture was taken by.
Where does it say?
In the bottom right.
Oh,
Ass
Man.
Man.
There you go. There he goes.
Odie Ass Man.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. All right.
Man rises from the grave. It's too absurd for words.
The public enjoys absurdity, monsieur. That is why I have reproduced the scene as carefully as possible in my museum.
And it's a waxwork from the exhibit that was stolen some days before the incident at the Great Exhibition, wasn't it?
That is correct. The professor you see before you here.
Most puzzling. Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
This waxwork links Drebber to Dr. Scythe, and there has to be some reason for that, which hasn't yet come to light. But I'll find it. I'll get to the bottom of what really happened. I'll prove that Dr. Scythe and Drebber were in on this crime together. Alright. I'm more curious about specifics. Impressions was taken directly from the corpse. That's your principles. That's your ninja way.
Let's ask about the gravedigger.
Yeah, because I would like for her to tell us that it was Drebber. Surely that's illegal, isn't it?
It would seem the proprietress of this repository of novelties was blinded by monetary greed.
It had nothing to do with money. The man is part of London's criminal history. That is why I had to sculpt him, to record this history. It is the raison d'etre of the Tusspells Museum.
But if the man was convicted in a closed court and sent for immediate execution, then surely nobody but the members of the judiciary present know the killer's true identity.
I assure you, behind that mask is hidden the true face of the professor.
Do you realize what you're saying? The professor's identity is a national secret.
I understand. And now that the truth about the special exhibit has been revealed, it must perhaps close.
Of course it will. as will your entire museum if you don't tread very carefully, madame.
That could be another interesting chapter in the history of my family, I think, don't you?
So, 10 years ago, on the night of the professor's execution, you took a wax impression of his face from the corpse.
Oui, exactement.
Okay, well, he, again, please, Ryan, ask the right question. Nope. You were there longer than you expected to be.
I had some difficulties in capturing the subject's form correctly.
His face is hideous.
As I removed the mask, the mouth of the cadaver fell open, and I had some problems with the chin.
Oh, the mouth fell open.
So either he was like,
I thought the mouth fell off for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
That would awesome. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take his mouth off. Dare I ask?
The man had been dead for a short while already, you see. His muscles were relaxing, and consequently, he had shitted and farted himself. And consequently, his chin would not align itself correctly. Oh dear, what a horrible thought. Under normal circumstances, I would have an assistant with me. However, that night, I was alone, and as a consequence, I missed my preferred window of time.
What do you mean?
When I take the impression of the visage of a cadaver, I always wait until 3 hours after death.
Why 3 hours? Is that amount of time significant?
It is because of rigor mortis.
Rick and Morty, that show isn't out yet. A Wrigley Mortis?
It's the name given to a phenomenon that occurs in recently deceased bodies. As a rule, 3 hours post-death, the muscles in the body begin to stiffen. By approximately 10 hours post-death, the entire body is completely rigid and inflexible. And then from that point on, the muscles slowly start to revert to their relaxed state. The effect is often used to estimate the time of death when a body is discovered.
Well, that was an education, if a slightly scary one.
LOL, I like Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. That's funny to
Funniest shit I ever saw.
me. LOL Szechuan sauce. Pickle Rick is the best joke. Wait, what are we talking about?
As the mademoiselle says, rigor mortis commences 3 hours after death, and it starts in the jaw.
I see. So that's why you wait.
Before that time, the mouth falls open, and it is very difficult to do my work.
It's getting hard for me to do my work with all this talk of corpses. I wonder about that information the court's just heard from Madame Tusspells. I mean, we gotta. The information about rigor mortis that you just shared with us. Would you mind including it in your formal testimony? I believe it could be significant, you see.
Of course, I do not mind at all. I can't help feeling that after this latest topic, the atmosphere in the courtroom has become extremely grave.
Susato? This is no time for jokes, Miss Susato!
10 points from Gryffindor.
She's a
Madame,
Ravenclaw.
kindly amend your testimony as discussed.
Bien, sir. It took me a very long time because it was before the onset of rigor mortis.
I mean, I don't necessarily think we have anything that Wait. Choose contract. Death by hanging at midnight. When did she? Did she give us a time?
Yeah, did she say what time she got there?
Let me see if there was something earlier.
Or
in
what
the
time?
testimony.
I listed
There. Oop.
person of it.
Nope. Zach.
Especially given the House of Horrors based on
Okay, nothing.
First of the visual signature, of course.
course.
Okay. Just before the
No.
internment. Wait, go back to that one more time. Create a mold for the head in the cemetery just before the internment. What does internment mean? Does that mean before he
Putting
was
the body in.
buried?
In the
Oh,
ground.
okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
put
So
it
then
on.
maybe she wasn't there with what's his name? Because if this happened before the body was dug out, then
Hmm.
as
As dawn
approached,
approached,
I was
was
very-
where we discovered.
Ah.
So, too very long because it was before the onset of rigor mortis, but he died at midnight. So I'm guessing we would probably present it
I mean,
here.
Well, I would just press the other one because this might just be a press thing.
We can press.
You
it.
can try presenting it.
You know what? We got 4. We got 5 stars again. Let's fucking ball.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. Okay. Hey, nice. Madame Tusspells, I have here an autopsy report that was filed 10 years ago now. It confirms the death of the professor following his execution at the gallows.
And is that a problem?
I believe it is, because your testimony and a particular detail in the report completely contradict one another. I think it's
Is that Qua?
Yeah,
Quoi?
because what? Genesee Qua.
Are you going to explain yourself, my Nipponese friend?
According to her testimony, Madame Tusspells was creating her wax impression just before dawn.
Qua!
And at that time, rigor mortis had not yet set in. Am I correct so far, Madame?
You are, yes. As I said, the stiffening of the jaw is the first sign of rigor mortis 2 or 3 hours after death. But the man's chin was limp, so he cannot have been dead for a long time.
But on
Or
the
maybe he had been dead for a very long time.
yeah, could be. But on the other hand, if you look at Dr. Scythe's report, it quite clearly states the following. Death by hanging confirmed at midnight, 17th of June.
No.
If the professor indeed died at midnight that day, then by the time you were sculpting his face, rigor mortis would have already set in.
Oui, yes, you are right. The chin, it would have been completely stiff.
So he was dead more recently then.
Either more recently or he had been dead for longer.
Yeah. In other words, this report is wrong. Or that the report is wrong. Okay, that makes more sense too.
No coroner makes mistakes when recording the time of death. The very idea is absurd.
In that case, there's only one possible conclusion. The execution didn't actually take place. Period. He's still alive. He's in this very courtroom. The execution didn't actually take place at the stated time.
And he's been sitting on my shoulder this whole time.
Impossible!
Order! Order! Counsel, this is beyond folly. Not only do you indict the author of the report, Dr. Scythe, but you also implicate members of staff at Barclay Prison, where the execution took place.
By heck! Extraordinary! Not in my day! My learned friend appears to have overlooked one very crucial fact.
What fact?
That I don't care. The professor died that night, without question.
He did. Of course he did. I moved the man's limp jaw with my own hands. There was no...
Yes, the professor died that night. But what if he didn't die at the gallows?
Didn't die at... Are you insane? What exactly are you suggesting did happen in that case?
It's almost impossible to believe, but it would explain the link between Dr. Scythe, the professor, and that one other person of interest.
Yeah, who's that, Ryan?
I have evidence that will explain exactly what I'm suggesting happened that night.
Counsel, present the evidence at once.
Oh!
This is Assman.
No. Well, it's the photo, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, okay. Here's my new prediction.
Your new game theory?
Oh, don't we also have, like, the camera as evidence?
We do, actually, yeah.
No. Well, okay. I don't know.
Also, have we
exactly
examined
how
the camera yet?
I don't. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we haven't.
I don't know if this is exact. I don't have all the pieces filled in of this theory.
Mm-hmm.
But this is my current running theory.
Okay.
Is that they buried him alive, and then Drebber came and dug him up in order to get him out while he was still alive.
Mm.
That's my current running theory. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Well, let's look
but
at this camera, because I bet it's wildly important.
That's my current theory.
Oh, look! The cover came open!
Yes. Now, there should be a glass plate inside. You had to change the plate with each new photograph you want to take, you see?
Is something wrong?
There is no plate. It's been removed.
Ah, what a pity. But I suppose if you think about it, this wouldn't be the actual camera that was used at the time, just like the waxwork isn't the actual person. So we never found a photographic print of the executed convict coming back to life anyway.
Oh, good. They do realize that, because we were
Okay.
laughing. We were laughing at the time we got it. It's like, what, do you guys think it's the actual camera?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yes, you're quite right, of course.
Poor Susato-san. She looks devastated. Okay. Well, let's look at the front too, I guess.
Ooh.
Oh, baby!
Oh.
What a wonderful machine!
You really love contraptions like this, don't you?
Oh, yes! Anything mechanical I find absolutely irresistible.
Almost irresistible, surely.
Well, whenever I see a pocket watch, for example, I can't help myself. I simply have to take it apart.
That's worrying.
Yes, Father tells us the time by the rumblings of his stomach now. He's given up having a watch.
God damn it, Susato. I'm taking apart all my watches.
You know what, sweetheart? I don't regret going to England for the first 6 years of your life.
Honestly, the reason why I left is because you kept taking apart my damn watches, man. I had to get out of that house.
I'm pretty sure she was, like, just bored when that happened, so I don't think...
Honestly, Susato, the reason that I was gone for so long is because I really did go out for milk and cigarettes, but because you took apart my damn watch, I couldn't keep track of how much time had been passed.
Oh, Professor Mikotaba. Okay, well, hey, look, there's literally blood right here.
Literally.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
What is it?
On the bellows just here, there seem to be some very dark red stains.
Yes, all right. It looks like blood, actually.
Oh my.
I'm sure it's not what you're thinking. Okay. Well, that's certainly something.
So then, is it the actual camera?
You know what? I bet it is somehow.
Yeah, it has to be now because
Um.
there's blood inside of it.
Evidence that explains what really happened on the night of the professor's execution. I don't know if we have.
I think it's that.
You think it's the picture still, or the blood on the camera?
I mean, this explains what really happened on the night of the professor's execution.
Did he beat him to death with the camera? Thwack, thwack, thwack.
I mean, in my mind, it's either the camera or the photo.
Yeah, well, let's present one, and if we get it wrong, we'll just come back and do the other.
Yeah.
It's not this one. Maybe? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yep, we got it.
What happened that night is written very plainly in this newspaper article. Executed criminal returns in the dead of night at a local cemetery.
You're suggesting it was a corpse coming back from the dead now?
Well, if this article is to be believed, yes. The professor, assumed dead following his execution, emerged from his grave and was killed again.
Don't be a fool. That's simply a rumor published by the gutter press.
Can you be certain of that?
Are you serious?
The point is, as the article says, there was a witness to what happened.
My word! Yes, indeed.
Mais oui! The young man who stole into the cemetery by chance that night.
Of course there was a witness. The story didn't write itself. But obviously the man made it all up.
And in any case, this was 10 years ago now. There would surely be no hope of finding him.
Unless he was the murder victim in this case. On the contrary, my lord, we all know this witness well.
What?
Are you suggesting, counsel, that you've identified the person in question? That you know who claims to have seen these utterly incredible events take place?
Yes, my lord. In fact, you could say that he's right here before my very eyes.
Yeah, it's Drebber, right?
Well, it could be Assman, but I think they want us to say Drebber now.
Yeah.
You will substantiate your latest claim now, then, counsel?
Oh, no, who's the witness of this scene from years ago? So, yeah, the witness of this scene is... Jesus Christ, there's so many people. There we go. Assman.
Okay.
Speaking of smug-ass pictures.
Yeah.
Oh. He's doing the Oni.
Yeah.
Oh.
I must say I'm quite staggered by the scene I see before me now, counsel. That of a young man with his eyes tightly shut, clearly pointing out a person at random.
Okay, maybe they wanted us to get Drebber.
Yeah, it's weird because Ryan saying that the person's here in the courtroom leads us to believe that it's Drebber, but then the idea of it being the scene, which includes Drebber,
right. That's what made me think the other way.
It's a little misleading.
Mm-hmm.
At least have the decency to open your eyes and face the result of your blunder, for heaven's sake.
No.
Yeah.
And perhaps you should keep your eyes open when you collapse on the bench like that too, for safety's sake.
I'll bear it in mind.
You will substantiate your latest claim now, then, counsel.
Alright, it's Drebber.
Take that!
The man in question is Mr. Enoch Drebber.
He should have closed his eyes and pointed to Drebber.
That would have been incredible.
Drebber?
The previous witness?
The special exhibit in the House of Horrors at Madame Tusspells' Museum of Waxwork recreates that decade-old scene in great detail. The condemned criminal emerging from the grave, and beside the tomb, a young man with a lantern stumbling upon the terrifying sight. And that young man is a 10-year younger Mr. Enoch Drebber.
He looks like a goober.
Order! 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 Surely not, Council.
Surely, yes.
Drebber was there, in Lowgate Cemetery.
But is this... Did people not know this? I'm confused.
I guess people didn't realize that was Drebber in the thing.
How in the hell did they not get that?
I know.
Who else looks like Sephiroth with an eye patch?
Or maybe they're not fans of the classic series Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and the caption literally says what Drebber saw.
Yeah.
Look, just because they haven't played Theatra than Final Bar Line.
Oh my god!
The game that made Sephiroth famous.
Oh my god.
The game that put Save Data Team on the map. With Typhulu.
What is all this talk about Mr. Drebber? Is the name significant?
Of course. Madame Tusspells doesn't know, does she? Yes, it's extremely significant, madam. To your situation as well, in fact. Wait, does she not know the person she employed's name?
No,
I mean,
I don't think. I don't
he
think
is a
he was
con
the
man.
gravedigger.
Oh, he wasn't the gravedigger.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he was there to dig up the grave after Tusspells did her thing, because she said it was before the internment that she was there, so the body wouldn't have been buried yet. So, but again, yeah, I guess she just sculpted the drawing of the man in the picture?
No, she had the actual body.
No, I mean Drebber. Because she also sculpted Drebber. So she had to have known what Drebber looked like. So she does, but she doesn't know who he is.
I mean, maybe he didn't give her
So
a
she
name because
just-
it's illegal. I don't know. We'll find out.
What situation?
The theft of the Professor Waxwork from your museum some days ago was perpetrated by the very same man.
No! But that would mean...
Madame Tusspells. It would appear you know the name Enoch Drebber.
Oui. Yes, I know it. But from long ago in the past.
What?
Oh my!
Good gracious!
Holy shit! Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Yes. Yes, of course. The story of the young man and the terrible sight he witnessed in the cemetery 10 years ago. And that owl in the back who's fucking bugging out right now was published in every single newspaper in London and throughout Great Britain. However, in all of the articles, the witness was simply described as a certain young man. No details were published about his identity. His name was never revealed. That is, apart from in one newspaper.
Oh, yeah, so she did sculpt him based on the drawing, and that's why his hair is dark in color and not silver, because she didn't know his hair color.
No, I think he had dark hair color and then got spooked by a ghost, and now he has white hair.
No, I think that's a thing that the article said.
Yeah,
I think she had never saw him in person, and she assumed that his hair color was dark because that's the way it shows in a black and white photo.
The Daily Circus. It is the paper from which comes the article I have already shown the court.
You're saying that his full name was only publicized in that article?
Goodness me! Yes, here it is.
Everybody's saying that that's actually what happened, but what I said is better, so I'm
Okay,
gonna that's what happened.
Also, the real Colby Jack says Zach is unfortunately right here. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Colby Jack?
I think because the idea of someone's hair turning white from getting scared is silly.
It is silly.
It is silly, and
Wes
I think
Wes is much more grounded answer.
Yeah, and I think it's, I don't know, a cooler twist than, his hair turned white because he got spooked.
The university student who experienced this shocking event is Mr. Enoch Drebber, a disciple of science at the University of London and a resident of its student dorms.
Unbelievable!
When I read the article, I went to meet with the man. His discovery of the condemned criminal coming back to life in the cemetery in the dead of night would make a perfect exhibit for my House of Horrors, whether it was the truth or not.
I see. So you went to meet Mr. Drebber in order to sculpt a waxwork of the man, did you?
Exactement. He was studying science at the University of London in those days. He was just a poor student. I paid him £5 to model for the waxwork. And since that time, it has been in my museum to recreate the scene of terror from the cemetery.
It just came right back into it, okay.
Was it a little awkward?
I don't know if we needed that pause.
Yeah. So, 10 years ago, a young man appealed to the public about an extraordinary event he'd witnessed. A criminal who had been put to death, re-emerging from his grave in the middle of the night. But the public treated his claim as nothing more than an amusing anecdote that was soon forgotten. 10 years later, the same man steals a waxwork model of the executed criminal, ostensibly to uses a body double for the victim in the case we're discussing here today, even though the waxwork's build is a poor match for the victim, and its face is obscured with a mask. So the question is, why would the man do such a thing? Which brings us to 3 days ago, when the birdcage crashed into the Crystal Tower. The birdcage had in fact contained not the body of Mr. Assman, but the same waxwork. The coroner from Scotland Yard who investigated Dr. Scythe would have noticed immediately. And yet, she submitted this autopsy report for the victim, which the court has seen earlier. Why?
Because the waxwork was that of the professor. Is that what you're saying?
Dr. Scythe put her name to a document confirming the death of a condemned criminal who was still alive. A criminal whose apparent resurrection was witnessed by Mr. Drebber. But that misconduct was the deadly secret the coroner would do anything to protect. Which is precisely why Mr. Drebber used that particular waxwork as the body double. Oh, so it would force her to also lie about this one. My lord! This court must summon Dr. Scythe to the stand.
Wait, I'm confused. Explain it to me.
Basically, by including this waxwork, it's essentially like blackmailing her.
Yeah, so Scythe messed up the first coroner's report
10 years ago,
and Drebber knows this. So by using the professor's waxwork, it would force her to lie again to keep consistent with her first lie.
Lie again about what?
The professor's death.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
I'll get it eventually.
The defense is determined to find out exactly how the coroner and Mr. Drebber are connected.
But according to the missive I received this morning through the prosecutor's office, Dr. Scythe is unable to participate in these proceedings. Is that not the case?
She told us so herself, didn't she? Lord Van Zeeks won't be summoning me as a witness. Lord Strongheart has forbidden it.
Lord Strongheart?
The Pandora's box you were warned about is the Professor case. But please don't make the mistake of thinking you'll get any information about it out of me.
Gilbert, one in the chat, said Wes finally said the line. Was that the fucking line that Pridge kept talking over before?
Oh, was it?
That's incredible.
See,
if it
chat.
was. That's incredible.
If you just be patient, dreams come true. You just gotta be patient.
Something happened on the night of the killer's execution 10 years ago. And surely nobody will want to get to the bottom of that more than Lord Van Zeeks. Yeah, so he's going to go against Strongheart here and pull her in.
The prosecution calls for the instructions in that missive to be scrapped.
Yeah!
But Lord Van Zeeks, the missive was issued from the Lord Chief Justice's office.
Oh, I didn't need to click that.
I object to you, Your Honor. The assigned prosecutor has the final say on policy in any particular trial. I overrule you, Judge.
That seems a little bogus, but
My
sure.
power is far beyond your feeble comprehension, my lord. In other words, me.
Power.
Unlimited prosecution.
In other words, me.
Yes!
Screw the rules, I have money.
Screw the rules, I have trauma.
I have law.
Let Enoch Drebber and Dr. Scythe both take the stand together.
Order! 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 Very well, I will uphold your request. Bailiff, send a subpoena with immediate effect addressed to Dr. Scythe of the Forensic Investigation Team. The woman is compelled to attend on Her Majesty's order. The power of Her Majesty compels you. The power of Her Majesty compels you.
All right then. Enoch Drebber and Dr. Scythe. If they weren't colluding with one another, this crime could have never been committed. I'm just a stone's throw away. I can feel it. The truth behind all of this is about to come out.
Just a Cindy Stone's throw away.
Overcrowded bench.
Thank you for your attendance at such short notice, Dr. Scythe.
Now, question. Because that feels like a pretty good stopping spot. But unless there's a better one, like in the next 10-ish minutes, chat, let us know.
No, I feel like this has got to be the best spot.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good stop.
I think that's, yeah, stop. Okay, good. Folks, that is going to do it for another Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. Again, if you like this, you can catch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. And if you can, we'd really appreciate it. Head over to patreon.com/SaveDataTeam. Throw us a couple bucks. Get your name in the Patreon song. We'd really appreciate it. But until next time, court is adjourned. Ham with, after a year of exclusively drawing digital with my finger, I finally got my first digital pen. Here's some art I did with it. Yeah!
So
That's
nice.
awesome, Ham.
Love it.
Heck yeah. Congrats on your first pen. Biggie Cheese with, I haven't seen Spider-Verse yet, but I chose to make this my hyperfixation anyway. Cosmo isn't here because I don't like him. Whoa.
Ooh.
These are so good.
These are really
These
cool.
are really good.
Holy shit.
So Van Zeek's on the left.
Yep, Ryan.
And then that's Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
I think
Susato.
so.
And Susato.
And Shobes and Iris.
Iris and Shobes. Wow.
It's
This
really,
is so
really good.
It's really
Like
cool.
every single one of them
Yeah.
is like incredibly designed. James, try doing some of the main cast in the Fear and Hunger art style. Holy shit!
Whoa.
Do y'all know
really
anything
cool.
about this game?
No, but I like this art style.
Look up if you have time to kill. There's a 1-hour video essay by Super Eye Patch Wolf that's really good.
Is it a game?
Yeah, it's a RPG Maker game that is like fucking brutal and disgusting and impossibly hard, but like has crazy shit lore. James, this is incredible. Thank you. I love this. I love this so much. Toads and Moss, school's over. I'm free. Rah! Congrats. We've got the 5-year gap is an interesting time in this AU. The dog's name is Pest, guys. Thank you so much for knowing that I would forget the dog's name.
Fucking Pess. I will never let this game series live down naming the dog Pess.
It's a bad name.
I love.
It's a terrible name.
First off,
It's objectively horrible.
I
name.
love this dog's face. Secondly, I love that he would get anxiety that the dog is going to tell his dad that he's smoking weed.
Oh, this is so cute.
It's really funny. Salsa, based off what Pridge said in the last Ace Attorney stream, the J in Pridge stands for judge.
Objection overruled. Let him cook.
That's really good. Thank you, Salsa. Pinky, I'm also done with school, almost officially. I can finally catch up with the vids, yay! I love the original comic, so obviously I had to redraw it. Yeah, I love this.
It is Pride Month, Miss May. You know what that means?
Huh? What? Do you want me to, like, wiretap gay phones? What?
I love that. Neil Vessel, I joined the trend and sue me. Mass to mass consulting gone wrong. The police figured what they were selling heists that they were selling heists as well as presenting them. Yeah, also a very good pick for this meme.
Yeah.
Ron and Desiree, pretty clutch. Pretty
That's
fucking
the Barbie
clutch.
meme, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Very good. Society with, alright, fine. I'll give a currently relevant character a stand if y'all insist. Nobody was insisting, but you're very supportive of whatever I end up drawing. With Enoch Drever, we have Dr. Sunshine is Dead. Very, very good. Also, I like that it's a very tiny stand compared to how big they are typically.
Yeah.
This is very, very good.
Yeah.
So I was
I like that
considering
one.
Thriller for a bit of Wes singing it when Drebber first appeared, but with the Skulkins already having a Michael Jackson song, I wanted more variety, considering like 20 of these British bitches are probably going to have Beatles stands. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. Lila, or trying my best, drew Trucy. This is part of a bigger unfinished piece, but I was really happy with Trucy's bit, so here she is now. No, this is really, really cool.
Aw.
I love the
Yeah,
line
that's
work on
great.
this.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Heck yeah, thank you. Trying my best. Rainy Meadows with Old Art is Old, but whatever. You guys are in both of these franchises right now, so O2P be upon you. You do know I have functional legs, right?
Yes, but you make such a charming damsel in distress.
Very cute. Also, like Professor Layton drawn with actual eyes and not dots is very weird to me.
Yeah.
It takes me a second to register it. But it's really good, Rainy Meadows. And Fissy Dorky with What If Suit Colors Inverted. I also dig this.
Ooh.
Yeah. The black suit with the gold, like, or the orange lining is really, really cool.
Bizarro Gant.
Mhm.
Snag.
God damn it. Emma with Hello everyone, here's a drawing of Courtney Scythe's daughter. Maria Gori is one of my favorite characters, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of her in the future. Yeah, hey Emma, this fucking rocks.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The lighting, the angle is really cool. Her stabbing the fucking needle into the eye of the puppet of her mother is it's all really good. Reaper with Matt on guard because he is so slay and I love him so much.
Look at him with that chocolate milk in his wine glass.
I do envision Matt on guard as a little bit like short, and so him having a heel on his boot to make himself be taller tracks pretty hard.
Yeah, short king.
He does have short person energy to him for sure. Noriaki, I love this meme so much. I have a feeling something's unexpected going to happen during this trial. Also, Ryunosuke every trial. God, it's so good. Yeah, the live reaction meme is incredible. You crush this. And bonus mascots because I adore them and everyone should too. Very, very cute. Where did he come from? Also, yeah, God, the
alley.
the bunny Susato is so goddamn cute. I can't get over it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Noriaki. Yay love with a little comic. Yes.
It's your own fault, not for dodge. It's your own fault for not dodging.
And you have Magnus flying in as well. Oh, thank God! At least Magnus arrived in one piece.
He's doing the Miles Tales.
Yeah. Embry with, hey, I'm going to keep this short since I know you got a lot more posts to go through, but I want to say thank you so much for creating content and more importantly, this community. It's only been a year since I joined, but despite that, I've talked to so many lovely people and made so many friends. I just wanted to say thank you a million for creating this server and the content you make. Anyways, my gratefulness aside, I finally realized the pun behind Frank Solid's name a few days ago, so yeah. I got the pun.
Watch out, Wes is terrified of Frank Solid.
That's incredible. Started a new club dubbed Homies of Various Religions Against Herlock Sholmes. It's really good. I love that even Ryunosuke is there too.
And look, it's just an honest fact. If Herlock Sholmes was a real person, he would have no friends.
Also, I love that
no one would be able to deal with it.
the detail of God, what's his name? I'm a cat writer, Saseki Natsume. That he's like nervously tapping his foot. Also, that there's a bat under Van Zeek's chair is really good. Little End Dragon with, I love snakes, and I love these snake-themed characters, especially Snake Mommy. I also happen to have some snakes, so here they are together with the characters, and a self-insert. Don't worry about Beef, he's been turned into a marketable plushie. Hey, listen, I dig that plushie, though. It's very cute.
Yeah, I would easily own that.
A Beef plushie, yeah. Also, Witch Girl flying on a broom with a hot cauldron of wax and Sholmes' wax head stuck to the front. Yo, that's really cool.
Yeah,
also,
cool.
the light coming from the boiling wax is really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's dope. This is awesome, Little End Dragon. Thank you. And Chrono Wizard, I feel I can finally draw a bit more, but there's only so much time, so please have these doodles for now. Phoenix with his high school pick. Okay, incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes, that's so good.
Yeah, no, that's immaculate. Are you fucking kidding me? Ryan with the time bomb. Some days you can't get rid of a time bomb. And Shadow Wizard Money Gang meme. Hell yeah. I do love Shadow Wizard Money Gang. It's very good.